Something's going to happen here. You can just feel it. Javier finds Arseny. Good ball into the hole there. And Onia is in behind.
Oh, yeah!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of the Pacific Pursuit, and welcome back to the Melbourne victory, where in today's episode we have got two games coming up. Potentially, it might not be two games, but we're hoping that it will be the first one in the ASEAN zone semi-final, the regional semi-final against Bali United. We've been drawn against, which is an interesting one. If you go and take a look, I don't know what happened in the end, but apparently we're there. If you go and take a look at the groups, they were, it's a fourth qualifier, so they were the highest points out of the second place team, so they qualified. We finished on the most points, joint most points, so I guess it's first versus fourth, and then second versus third, and that's how it's turned out in the end. So we will be playing against them today, and then it will be to the final, where we could play potentially Melbourne Victory or Selangor, as you can see that. So it will make for a very, very interesting episode. Now we've got this semi-final coming up. In terms of what we've been doing, it's been a long time since we've actually had an episode. Not a long time in terms of it's in game time, it's been a long time. In terms of our form in the league, first of all, we've had 4 losses in that time, 4 draws and 3 wins, so it has been a bit rough. We currently find ourselves in 8th out of 12th, but obviously we're trying to win this competition. I guess we can't bother about that too much. We won our last game 4-1 against the Hanoi team. As you can see there, we went away to Vietnam and got the result there. So we've gone 6 out of 6. We've beaten teams from Myanmar, Indonesia and Vietnam as well, which is very, very good for us. Since the last time out, obviously we've had those games that we've said about. Any particular results of interest? Not really. We've had quite a lot of high scoring games. We're the 3rd best on goals. We've also had recently, now this thing has really annoyed me, what I'm going to go on about now. We've had an Asian Cup, right, and the final is today. If we go and take a look, it's the final between Japan and Qatar, as you can see there. But the thing I don't get is, why is it in 2027? The last one was in 2024, and they've decided this one's going to be 3 years apart. Now, I don't know whether the next one will be 2030 or 2031, but I think it will be 2031, and if that's true, that is very frustrating, because we were meant to pick up a team and win it this time around, but I guess not now. The job I'm looking at is the South Korea job. They crashed out at the second stage. They always qualify for the World Cup, but they've not won the Asian Cup since 1960, was it? Yeah, 1960, 1956 and 60. They won the first 2, and then have not won it since then. So it would be nice to go and try and win it for them, but we will have to see about that. Whether that job will open up after the Asian Cup is finished, we'll see. But it might be 4 years that we spend with the South Korean national team. It probably won't be something you see on camera much until it comes to that Asian Cup. But we'll have to see. But it's a shame that that's happened, really. But what can you do? Let's get straight into it. The first game of the day, we're up against Bali United. First game, hopefully. And yeah, if it is, we get the result against Bali, then it could be the Melbourne City up next. So the team for this game against Bali starts with Izzo in goal, backline of Hennes, Navio, Chapman and Elias. Teague, Skikluna, Arseny make up midfield. We've got Kraev on the left. Onya, who's had an incredible season, by the way, for 18 years of age. He's had 11 goals and 6 assists there. And Sham, who's returned up top. Kick-off here in this game against Bali. I don't know what stage we'd count this as, potentially like a round of 16 quarter-final. We can go and take a look at the Central Coast Marinos and what's going on with them when they played in it. It's the example we refer back to quite a lot. If we go and take a look, it was this season where they won it. So they had the Interzone semi-final. No, they had the ASEAN zone final. Here, semi-final, and then the final there, which is why I'm saying we will play it today, because it's, what would it be classed as? So round of 16, quarter-final, semi-final, final. So this is like a round of 32 almost, because all the other regions are obviously playing it. So we've got that final, and then tomorrow, should we get there, we'd have our Interzone playoff final, which I assume is a bit of a bigger area. This team there is an Indian team, so it probably goes a bit of a bigger area. And then we have a final in that zone, and then we go to the final. So there's 2 zones after this zone that we're in, and then those 2 winners go to the final, or the actual overall final, and go and compete for that trophy in the end. So it does make sense, to be fair, when you think about it. because obviously Asia is such a vast continent. We're playing against Bali here today. We're about to make a 10-hour travel or something like that, which is insane, really, just to come and play this game. So it does make sense that is how it works, and we'll have to see how we do here. Sham with a shot, he just puts it wide there, caught offside. In the end, I think we can get a result, but if it's the Melbourne City next, that will be an interesting one. Like I've said, if we can beat them, I think we can go and win the whole thing. I really, really do. We've played them in what feels like 3 times. I think it might have actually been 3 times recently. We played them there, and there. So in the space of how many months is that? 2 months, we played them 3 times, and we didn't get a single win against them, which is interesting. So 2 wins, 2 losses, and a draw. So they got the better of us this year, but last year we got the better of them. We've been obviously amazing in this competition, but when it's come to the league, it's just been a bit rough. I don't know what's gone wrong for us, really. I think defensively we've had a few issues. ASEAN scores in this game to put us 1-0 up, and we are on our way to the first final of 3 potentially in this Confederation Cup. It's a lovely finish from ASEAN, and 1-0 we lead here inside 4 minutes. So now we understand at least how that works. In terms of having a 4th place or a 4th team to make up the semi-finals. So this region, I guess, is the ASEAN, and I actually found out what it was. It's like it's just a few countries in this region, and teams like where is Selangor from? Malaysia. So kind of the teams in and around this region make up this area, and yeah, we're in the semi-final, on our way to a final. Hopefully Selangor with the home advantage in that one, by the looks of it. I don't know how that's happened, because I think Melbourne City went 18 out of 18, but there's a decision behind that as we go 2-0 up here in this game. We can't get too excited at this point. It is good that we are obviously winning our semi-final, but we'll have another game coming up, and it's only, I guess we've camped it as the round of 32, even if there isn't 32 teams. Could you say it's the second round? We will have a 3rd round, quarter-final, semi-final, and final, pretty much, something like that. There's basically 4 more rounds I think we have to go through, or 5 more rounds even, though we have to go through to get to where we want to be. As what ahead of that is from Teague. 3-0 we lead here in this game inside 30 minutes, and it's been a very, very dominant display. We'll have 2 games in between this. I think one's against the Western United, and then I'm not sure, is it the 2 Western teams who we play against, or have I got that completely wrong? No, it is Western United and the Central Coast Mariners. We probably need to up our game a little bit, but if we win this competition, we obviously will be looking to move on in the summer. In terms of that, I won't discuss that too early, but we've seen about the international jobs. That'll be interesting because I've never actually managed internationally, and South Korea does look like a very interesting job that I've been wanting to do, but I didn't know it would be 2027. That's crazy, the fact that it's been only 3-year gap, because the 2024 one is updated. It's not updated actually, it's been played in game, but the 2027 one apparently, which that is actually going to happen, but then the next one is 2031 after that, I think. So it will be annoying because we could be in South America by the time we've won the Asian Cup. But if that's how it works, it was probably ambitious, the times we've set, but the concept's been good. It has been good so far, in my opinion. I think it's been nice. The clubs has been around too, and we've not even won a trophy yet. We've still got 7 trophies to win potentially, should we go on and do that. So it's made for a very interesting concept up to this point, not even 20 episodes in, and I think if it takes a bit of a longer time, but we've got a good concept, then we might as well go and do it. I wanted to keep it relatively short, but at the end of the day, it was quite ambitious probably from me. Maybe a bit of a mistake on my part to not go and consider when this Asian Cup was coming up, but I saw something about it. The job was not up though. A few months before the Asian Cup happened, I saw about it, but no jobs came up. So what can I do about that, really? But yeah, if the South Korea job comes up, it's not exactly loads of games. It's actually good because that means there'll be quite a lot of games whilst there's an off season. So that could definitely be interesting in terms of killing the time in that 6-month break that we have, at least while we're here. Here's Sham in behind for 4-1. He just puts that wide in the end. But yeah, it will be interesting if it is the South Korea job. It's been unstable multiple times. There's also other jobs that are unstable. I think the Australia job is unstable. The China job could be interesting. Iran as well, and also the Malaysia job. But if that South Korea job comes up, we have a World Cup I think, 2028 World Cup. So we would in fact take them to the World Cup. Whether or not I'd put that on in an episode, I don't know, but we would have that, which would be interesting. I have forgot about that actually, but it's not exactly the most grueling tasks. I think it's about 6 or 7 games a year, mainly friendlies and qualifiers. So it would be, I think it would be good. Really good to go and take that off, and it'll be good when we switch. I don't know how I'd do it in terms of the formatting on the channel and the branding. Maybe go and make a separate playlist for it, change up the thumbnails. I don't know, maybe I have ideas, but we'll have to see. But that is the thought that has come to mind recently. It is obviously a part of this challenge, and it's the first time we've considered it, and whether or not it's the South Korea job that we get, we'll have to see. Here's Sham in behind for 5-1 inside 50 minutes. What a performance it's been from his goals from Sham, Arsene, Teague, Chapman and Arsene again. We lead 5-1 here in this semi-final and setting up a tie with one of Selangor or Melbourne City, not Melbourne Victory. We don't want to get those two mixed up. Our arch enemies, the Melbourne City. What a game that would be, and it would be a tough game. Definitely would be a tough game. I think we would get the home advantage because we had a better group stage. We had better goal difference by a long way, but I don't know, maybe it isn't then. Maybe it is Selangor, and that would be just as interesting as a tie, but we will have to see. In our game we've done our part, and we will be going on to that final, and it looks like it will be against the Melbourne City, who have gone 1-0 up in that game. We'll go and make a few changes here. We'll bring off, Arsene's on a hat-trick actually. I want to bring Teague off. I think we'll go and make that change there, and then Vilupilai will bring on for Bojdar Krayev, who's had a decent game. But I think if we have a good 2 games in the gap, we can go and build a bit of momentum. I don't really know what's gone on in the league, to be honest. We've not been bad, that's the thing. I think we've just had, the injuries have been awful for us this year, but it's bound to happen at some point. A bit of squad mismanagement on my part maybe, but it's just been, we've not been bad, but I don't think we've played bad. We've not been exceptional, but I think we've been decent. I think we've just had an average season. That's why we find ourselves at 8th. But at the same time, we can go and climb back up. We've also been a bit wasteful at times. There's been times where games where we easily could have got results in, but we didn't, and we were wasteful. And at the end of the day, they may come back to haunt us. But that's not the focus. The focus is to win this. If we do win this, we get into the Champions League, and it doesn't matter how we do in the league. So we have to put full focus into this. These 2 games coming up in between the Melbourne City game are going to be massive. The full-time whistle goes in the semi-final, but it's a derby day in the regional final. And the team for this massive game against Melbourne City, just going to make one final change there. In the gap, we played our 2 games. We had Western United, a draw there, and then away to the Central Coast Mariners, a 4-3 win. Exactly the result you want going into a game like this, which starts with Izzo in goal, a backline of Genes, Navio, Insera and Geria, Elias, Teague, Arsene in the middle, Krayev on the left, Oni on the right, and Sham up top. Come on, the Melbourne Victory. Kick off here in this game against the Melbourne City. I'm excited for this one. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. The club are treating it as a cup final. I don't know why. I don't think they see the bigger kind of the prospects that are ahead if we win this, but I guess not. It's just maybe an in-game thing. Here's Bojdar Krayev in behind. He just puts it wide of the post there. Good early start. We're getting on the front foot here in this game. I'm excited for this, Really need to go at them and see what we can do in this game. There's some other games on at the same time. I don't know if they have anything to do with us, but they are on. The South Korea job has gone up. It has just gone up, and we got rejected at the same time, so we might wait for that to come up again. It might do. The squad is a lot weaker than it used to be, but I do expect it to go back up. There was an Australia job as well, but I'm not too interested in that. I think the story with South Korea would probably be a bit more interesting, so not too tempted by that at the moment. We have just stayed away from that, but the focus now is on this massive game here against the Melbourne City. As I've said, if we win this, I think we can win the whole thing. I really do. It looks like it's been a balanced game early on. I think we go a little bit more positive, really go and exploit our attacking qualities. We've got pretty much, we do have actually a full strength team today. So it's the first time we've had a full strength team in, I don't know how long. It's been absolutely ages. And we really need to go and kind of exploit that. We've gone with Insera at the back today. Chapman probably will get involved in this game, but he's coming in today. Chapman on the bench there, as you can see, and then we obviously got Skikluna, Villupilai and Clonaridis who can come on to contribute in the attack. So we'll have to see. This is where we need them, the aerial threat here, where we need Insera. Now it's a good header out by Geria. It looks like it could go out for a throw, and it's not. It's Geria who's going to have to do a bit more defending. It's a ball all the way to the back post, and it's cleared by Navio in the end. And Onya, with all his pace, could get on the end of this. Maybe he doesn't look like he's going to be able to, but he will have to put up a bit of a press. It's been a mixed bag of momentum in this game. It's been pretty even, to be honest, but I think we can come away with a result if we just continue to be patient. Our chances will come. Been a quiet game for the attack, but they will come, as we say, as the City find themselves in possession. Derby day in continental competition. And it would be nice to win it, wouldn't it? It really would be nice. Down this right side, the ball advancing for the Melbourne City. Defending required from us is advancing quite far. There's quite a few in the box for the Melbourne City, but we also have quite a few. Can we win this ball back? We're not able to. The shot goes in. It's crossbar. It's the crossbar that denies the City of the opening goal. In this game, we need to be careful. We do need to be careful here of what the City can do. It can't be denied. They are a good team, but so are we. They've not had the best season, actually. They are like 6th at the moment, so they're not doing too much better than us. And I think in a game like this, I think I'm not a bad knockout manager, to be fair. So hopefully I can go and prove that here in this game. Hennes wins that back. It's good from us. We put the pressure on them, and now they've lost it. We'll start to think about changes soon. We also have to consider potentially whether it'll go to extra time or maybe even straight to penalty shootout. I'm not sure. Sham in behind here. Sham's in behind. The chance for 1-0. Sham's not rounded the keeper. I thought he'd rounded the keeper. So unlucky to not have been able to in the end. He's captaining the team today. He's not captaining the team today. We have red sleeves. The red strips around the sleeves apparently. We win our header there. Arseny, can he get there? He's not able to, but we do win it back. Or we don't actually. Down this right side now. The ball's going to advance. Navio has to go there to do a bit of defending to the edge of the area. The shot goes in. It's the crossbar again from the same player, and Elias gets that clear in the end. I think we need to go a bit more cautious in the way we defend now. The City find themselves in possession. It's getting a bit nervy now at this point. The City are creating quite a few chances, but we will go and make a few changes. Insero off, Chapman on at the back, in the middle Skikluna on. That's a change that makes sense. And then Washidar Kraev has not really had his best game, so we'll bring on Villupilai, who can certainly go and get an involvement in this game. We'll offer a few words of encouragement to these players. Are we going to find a late goal in this game, in this derby day? The momentum's with us, as you can see there. We've been the shape there, as you can see, we've been forced to sit a little bit kind of narrow. But it's not. I don't know what's going on here. It says the City have scored a penalty, but they haven't. It's a corner in the 92nd minute. Villupilai plays it in. It's into the hands of the City goalkeeper. Now we need to do a bit of defending. Maybe that could have been the chance that decided the game, but it's not in the end. And now the City are going to try and look to come on the attack, but it's into the path of Navio. A bit of a mistake at the back, but we do win it back through Chapman. He gets Hennes now down this left side. Is the chance going to come now? Villupilai finds himself on the ball. Can he beat his man? He's taking his time. He lost the ball, but won it back. What a ball it is into the middle. Sham is not going to get there, but it falls back to Onya now. What can he do with the ball? Onya, can he play a ball in maybe? He goes back to Geria. It's nervy this. Onya down this right side. He's got space if he can find it. He finds Arseny, and we lose out on the ball. But it's back to us. It's Geria into Arseny. Tries to find Sham. Lose out on the ball. It's back to Chapman at the back. This is something's going to happen here. You can just feel it. Geria finds Arseny. Good ball into the hole there, and Onya is in behind. The shot from Onya. We've done it. 1-0 here in the 93rd minute, and it's Onya with the goal on Derby Day, and we are going through to the next round of the Asian Champions League 2 in the 93rd minute in front of the home fans. The Victory have beaten the Melbourne City here. The full-time whistle's gonna go. What a goal it is. The 94th minute, and Onya scored. He's starting to make himself a bit of a hero, and we have won the Derby Day. So once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. What a result it is. How far can we go in this competition? Thank you. Bye bye.